Hi everyone, my name is Gia. Welcome to another video. Today's video is a draw with me, where you watch me draw this girl. I found the reference for this on Pinterest and I really liked her pose. I thought it looked really dynamic and I liked her outfit and I wanted to draw her. I did the sketch and the line art off camera because I wasn't planning on filming my process for this. I was just in the flow, drawing in the moment. But here we are. The painting and the rendering part of my art process I think is the most interesting to watch, and it's the least stressful for me. It's the most relaxing part of my art process. So I hope you enjoy. I have a list of things to talk about today. For one, I have had quite an overwhelming month, to say the least. This past month and a half has been quite a lot. I just had no energy and motivation to draw at all. But all of a sudden, I think like a week ago, I had just this random surge of energy and motivation to draw stuff. And I was sketching a lot. If you follow me on my Instagram and Twitter, you would see me post these sketches. And it feels really nice. It feels really nice to sketch and draw stuff after a long time away from art. The sketch for this illustration was one of the sketches I made during that time last week. Doing the line art for this illustration was so easy. Usually I'm very overwhelmed and frustrated, but it was very clean this time, which is very rare for me. Very rare. I asked you guys on my Instagram to pick a color palette. I was stuck between two of them and the left color palette won, and you can see me using the colors here, but I actually end up changing it later on in the video. You'll see in a second. I'm not sure what it was. I think it might be just the blue background, and I was going to change it to like a beige pink background, which is my go-to. I use a beige background for all my artwork. I thought it would be more interesting to switch it up and put a color that I don't normally use as a background, but that didn't work. I ended up changing it later on. Although I really liked doing the sketches, I desperately wanted to paint something. Whenever I finish like a sketch or I finish the line art for an illustration and I'm ready to start coloring and start rendering, I immediately get into a flow state and I miss that feeling because it usually just comes out of nowhere and I don't even notice that I'm in a flow state. I love when my brain just turns off and I can just draw for hours. Well, while I was getting ready to color this, I completely forgot how many brush packs I have saved on Procreate. If at any point, if you see me open the brush menu in this video, you can see on the side like all the brush packs that I have saved. There are so many, and because I don't settle and I just can't stick to like one brush pack or a few brushes, I love to experiment, and so when I open these, they're all so unorganized. Rather than organize the brushes, I decided to dig through all the brush packs and just pick the most textured brushes that I could find. I wanted to make this illustration super textured. I love textured brushes so much. I haven't really been experimenting or using too much texture in my recent artworks, and the only textured thing on them is just the line art. And so yeah, I wanted this to be super textured. Okay, I'm going to do a quick film setup tour. If you've ever wondered how I film my videos, here it is. Here's some behind the scenes stuff. The audio for this clip was just not working and it just did not sound good, so I'm gonna do a voiceover. It's gonna be very chaotic. Here we go. Here's my desk. Here's how it looks overall. Look at the sunlight, it looks really pretty. Okay, here's my iPad. Oh, don't look at the cables. Don't look at the cables. Here's the illustration that I just showed you. There she is, pretty. I'm gonna change the color palette in a second. Here's my Apple Pencil. I have a little pencil grip on it, and honestly, it kind of slips off sometimes. Here's my art glove. I bought it online. The logo on it is disappearing. Here's my mouse. It's a silent touch mouse. It's really nice to click. It feels nice to use. I don't know. Here's my plant. It's a fake plant and a granny square that I crocheted myself like 2 years ago. I was listening to New Jeans music. Oh, my keyboard is really dusty. My laptop's really dusty. Look at those fingerprints. Oh. Oh, this is new. This was gifted to me by Moft. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. But yeah, really, really cool. Here's my phone clamp tripod. Not a tripod. Here's what it looks like. This is how I film my videos. This is one of many tripods that I use. As you can see here, it's attached to my art cart. It's very messy. What do I say here? Oh, yeah, my desk is very shaky sometimes, and it can be wiggly and it can be very distracting, and the camera can pick it up, but because it's attached to my cart, as long as I don't move it, it won't shake. Here's my little corner desk. Although this is not part of my filming setup, I just wanted to show it off. I bought this shelf from Goodwill, and it holds my lamp that I've had for like 6 years, and pens and my planners and stuff. Oh my god. Oh, I moved on so quickly. Here's my windows thing. Here's my clock. I have a little Mickey Mouse on top of it. There's this cat that I was gifted but from my cousin. The jar that I'm pointing to is a jar that I made from middle school, and that white jar is a plant pot that I never use, and it holds my coloring pencils. There we go. Oh, up here. Oh my gosh. I forgot. Up here, there's my calendar. There's my highlighters that I strung up because they're the colors that I use the most. There's my keys and wallet. I put my reminders on there as well. And yeah, there's my desk. Woo! Now back to the phone stand that I showed earlier. Moft kindly gifted me their snap phone tripod stand to try out in my video. If you didn't know, I only use my phone to film all my videos, and I was very excited when they reached out to me. This is a MagSafe phone stand that attaches magnetically to your phone, and it has a really unique origami design. You're able to fold it in many different ways. I find it so convenient that I can take out my phone and there's a tripod already attached to it, and I love how small and compact it is. It comes in 4 different colors: Misty Cove, Jet Black, Sapphire, and Seafoam, which is the one that I picked. For me personally, I won't be using this to film in landscape as I feel it's a bit too short for my Draw With Me videos. I just prefer a higher angle, but I think it's perfect for filming in portrait mode. I actually don't have a tripod or a mount where I can film vertically in a good angle, and this is perfect for filming reels and shorts. Of course, other than filming, it's a wonderful phone stand. I like to put my references on my phone, and it's been so helpful with drawing. I've also been using it to FaceTime my family and watch videos while I work. I have a link in the description if you want to check it out. They also have other tech accessories on the website if you're curious to see more. And so yeah, thank you Moft for sponsoring this portion of the video. So yeah, back to the illustration. I hope you enjoyed that little, very messy, chaotic tour of my workspace. I'm realizing now that my work area is not very aesthetically pleasing. I'm saying this as someone who is on Pinterest a lot and who has a dedicated Pinterest board for desk spaces and work areas. I also follow a lot of artists and creatives online, and their desks and workspace look so freaking cute. They have little prints on the walls and decorations everywhere, and it's so cute and very inspiring. I would love my desk to look like that. You know what? And as long as your desk is functional and it works for you, that's all that matters, you know. But I would love to have a really pretty workspace, because I'm sure that that can definitely influence my energy to work and draw one day though. And also I think it would be fun to look back at this and think, oh yeah, this is what my desk looked like in June of 2024. Yeah, anyways, like I said, it's June of 2024 and it's freaking hot. It's summer where I live and it's very hot. I actually live in a very cold environment, and I live next to the mountains, and so it gets quite cold here during the winter. And the summers here, compared to the rest of the world, is really not that bad. But for us who lives here, it's hot. And the buildings and houses here are built to withstand the cold and not the heat, because it's cold here majority of the year. And that's why majority of the buildings here have heaters, which are useless in the summer. So right now I'm just sweating. and I feel gross. It's cool enough today that I can turn off my fan and record this, which is great. I posted this illustration a few days ago, and I got a few comments and a few DMs of people saying like, oh, I love your new art style, or your new art style looks great. And I was like, huh? Those comments were actually very sweet. It just got me thinking, like, I did not intend to change my art style at all. I mentioned in the description and also in this video that yeah, I haven't drawn in a while, I haven't painted anything in a while, and I desperately needed to paint something to turn my brain off. Literally while I was recording this, I just had no thoughts. Head empty, listening to K-pop, that was it. I had no intention of changing my art style, I was just drawing in the moment. This blows my mind a little bit because when I was a younger artist, I was so obsessed with the idea that I need to have a consistent art style. My art cannot change. No way. I need to use the same brushes, I need to paint the exact same way, I need to draw the same exact things. I can't branch out of that, I need to be consistent. But now I am totally open to the idea of experimenting and trying different brushes, painting different subjects, trying new techniques. I've established now that my ultimate goal in life as an artist is to be able to paint and draw anything. I want to be able to paint and draw different subjects and different mediums, and that includes being able to paint in different art styles. And I think in general, artists are split between the two. Like, some artists want to have a very consistent art style, and others want multiple. They like experimenting. Even though I'm in the latter, I think both are perfectly fine. They're both correct. They are both correct. Because it all depends on how you're using your art and what you want to make. I know having a consistent art style is great if you have like a business, or maybe you're doing commission, if you have like a project you need to work on and the art needs to be consistent, like that's important. But also at the same time, having multiple art styles or just being able to draw in multiple ways can really broaden your art skills. I know this is a great skill to have if you want to work in the industry. Both are correct and both have their benefits. I understand with social media, posting artwork that is not consistent sometimes leads to low engagement and people unfollowing you. That's why I haven't really been doing that. I have posted environments here and there, and I've posted sketches. I would love to share all the other work that I've done. Like, I have done lots of environment paintings, color studies. I've drawn like props before and animals before. But I've built my presence on social media as a character artist. People know me for my Pinterest girl character fan art. Like, if you're ever inconsistent, there's a chance that you will have low engagement, and you know what, that's okay. And that's okay, and that should be okay. I think the key here is just to be unbothered. I think that's my goal for 2024. Even though it's June, the year's already almost over. And also with Instagram and AI and all that stuff, I wasn't able to opt out, by the way. That's a whole different conversation, but still, Instagram is falling apart. It is crumbling apart. Might as well just post whatever, you know. Engagement is already low anyways. Why not just post those random sketches that you have? And yeah, those were my takes on art styles and social media. If you have thoughts on art styles and stuff, you can let me know in the comments. I would love to talk about it. And we've reached the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I've been trying my hardest to post at least one video a month. I've been consistent with it so far, I think since March, and my goal is to not just post them like 4 weeks in between. It just needs to be within the month. So I hope to upload this in time before June ends. This is June's video. And also happy Pride Month. My birthday's coming up. July is my birthday month. I don't know what I should do for that month. But yeah, this concludes June's video. I hope you enjoyed. This video was so fun to edit. Oh my gosh. Yeah. If it's hot where you live, please drink water and have a good day.